Short couples camper, very affordable, comes with more equipment than I honestly would expect, and no slide outs. So just very easy to get up and go and very little to ever worry about. Let's go take a look, come on. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound. And today we are here taking a look at this 2026 Forest River Cherokee Gray Wolf. This model here, it is their 20 RDSE. And on this floor plan here, this is more of your entry-level travel trailer, so aluminum framing, aluminum siding, wood framing on this travel trailer. And as we step back, see it is a tandem axle setup on here and has no slide outs on the non-camp side. So going to be very easy. I said something I didn't say properly. I said because of there not being a slide out that there's really not much to worry about. Well, if you've owned an RV before, you know that that's not the case. There's always things to worry about in an RV. So I want to retract that statement. However, not having a slide out is one less thing to worry about. So one less thing to worry about on this camper, not having a slide out. Big window along the back wall, and it does have a backup camera already installed, and you have a accessory rack here as well. Going to be rated for either 200 or 250 pounds right there on that accessory rack that it comes with your spare tire also on there. So pretty neat getting that. Awning covers the entry door almost the entire length of the camper, and last thing we'll talk about it on the outside before we go inside is they're utilizing a drop frame up on the front portion of this travel trailer. So it's this HC15 frame, and down underneath here, see thin baggage door there, and then you have your really tall storage space in here. So big enough to actually fit some coolers in the space and things of that nature, which is pretty nice to see there. Two 20-pound propane tanks, you have a power tongue jack as well, and a spot for your battery. And then as we step inside of this camper, notice it has a little bit of like a mirror-like finish to the windows. You have a couple outdoor speakers as well. And when we walk in, no privacy shade installed on the window here for the door. So that's something you would purchase additionally if you did want that. Have your bedroom up front. Does have a privacy shade for this area. And then as we pan around through the space, have a mid bathroom in its own private area, has the privacy door. And you have a U-shaped dining table along the back. Now there's a couple things to talk about in this Cherokee that are pretty interesting. It does have 200 watts of solar up on the roof. You get the nicer higher end sink here as well. Looks really nice. It's a charcoal stainless steel kind of look, apron style sink. Has the cup rinser, retractable faucet. And then you also get pretty good cookware in here and just cooking appliances. So you have your 3-burner gas stove, has the vent fan. Now no oven, but you do have the air fryer and convection oven combo here with your smaller size RV kind of size microwave there. Another interesting aspect on these travel trailers is you have a built-in inverter. So this outlet right here with USB ports as well is its own inverter, and that is going to allow you to get power to this outlet there off of the battery system. So kind of a unique thing with that. Let's see if there's any storage underneath here. Yeah, you have some sliding hidden storage there. Got a little nook back in there with outlets and USB ports behind the bed. And then big storage all throughout this space. Looks like we have a wrapped wood style cabinet door here. Yeah, magnet latches to hold those. Nice and flush on the design though. And then we got a spot to hang clothes here and another area down here with a little cubby for some storage. Plus underneath the bed, we got some cubbies down underneath here or some totes, and then you have this underbed storage that is connected to the pass-through storage underneath the camper. Certainly not the best mattress in the world. Either probably going to want some sort of foam topper on top of that, or potentially replacing it with a different mattress is likely going to be the case for most people. As we go into the bathroom also kind of the smallest space here in the camper, not a ton of room around this plastic foot flush toilet, but you do have the ability to close the door nonetheless since your legs won't be in the way of that. Have your plastic sink right here, tankless water heater, and then you got your medicine cabinet, and it does have a bigger vent fan up in this bathroom. Underneath here, now this looks like a solid stained cabinet door. So this one here is an actual wood. Just didn't see that same property on the storage over the bedroom. And then down underneath here, no individual shutoff valves on the water lines, but you can see the access to those water lines. And then in the shower, it is a little limited in height. You have the skylight in here, But when I step into this shower, it is only, I'm right at 6'1" without my shoes on today. And yeah, that's probably good for 6'3" tops. Shower head sits very low, so I have to duck quite a bit to get under that. Have a traditional shower curtain, and it is a plastic 2-piece shower. And then as I step down, you can see ceiling height in the rest of the camper is pretty good. It's probably about 6'5" or so comfortably. So not bad on that end. Have your controls right here, right when we walked in. Biggest thing to point out is it does have 12-volt heat pads on the water tanks right here. And then you have your Bluetooth connection for your speaker system in the ceiling. You're gonna have a couple drawers here. These look like these are also solid wood drawer faces there. Have a plywood drawer construction back behind here. 3 staples holding that in place. So pretty common for what we see in a lot of different entry-level travel trailers. Although those staples are a little bit bigger than some other stuff that we've seen. Some of the staples are much smaller than that in other products that I've looked at. And then you have your spot for a trash can. Apron style sink looks really nice. I believe we already went over all that though. And then down underneath here, got big open storage. Can also see some of your heat ducting coming out from where looks like your furnace is likely under the microwave there. So heat is being ran behind the cabinetry here. Couple outlets right behind this little open sign. And then as we come back this way, vent fan in this area. You have like a ribbed glass design on the cabinets up over the top. And then we do have a spot for a TV, no TV installed, but there is a spot to mount a TV there, probably up to about a 32-inch screen TV. Have the U-shaped dining table. This will collapse down and make into a bed, so you can just remove those legs on the table, collapse that table down, and the back cushions fill on top to make that a sleeping surface here that is suitable for at least one grown adult, if not 2, if they're willing to cuddle up together. No problem with that. And then you have plenty of room there to, host another, couple or single person if you want to. Got your black pleated shade pulling down from there. And then around this space, you have an outlet in the corner. And it looks like that's the only outlet here. Let's see if we got some storage under here as well. So yeah, it looks like these all are gonna lift up. Let's do a little bit further digging. Let's actually pull this cushion out completely so we can really see what we are dealing with here. Because the board didn't want to lift up without taking that out entirely. So now that we got that out, pretty thick base on that, not bad. And yeah, all open storage underneath here. So usable storage space underneath that area. Also can see, looks like we got some Velcro pads on the table that Velcro into here for when you put that table down, so it does hold it in place a little bit better. And then there must be Velcro pads holding up the backrests as well, since those are staying floating in that area. And push this back there. Not the easiest storage to get to necessarily, but nonetheless it is usable, accessible storage. Then this way we got our pantry. Again, these are solid wood cabinet doors as well. And then storage under there. Got your battery disconnect switch, 12-volt refrigerator and freezer. There's a Furrion refrigerator and freezer. Gonna have the bigger freezer portion than some other refrigerator and freezer brands out there. And then finally, we can see that you have a collapsible ottoman as I went to go sit on it and it collapsed. It has a solid seat on this here, so see that's solid, but then the kind of base of it is actually a collapsible, almost trying to think of the best way to describe it. It's hard-sided, but the base on it is flexible so it can collapse. And then that allows you to set this top on here and give you basically a usable storage space that then will collapse so that you can store it away when you are in transit or anything of that nature. But that is pretty much everything in this space. You have your AC up over this area that is ducted throughout the rest of the camper up to the bedroom area. And then that's just about it on the inside. So let's go ahead and hop outside. Price range estimate on something like this. These are usually gonna fall somewhere in that like mid $20,000 range, somewhere in the 20s for a price is kind of what I estimate. It's aluminum sided, wood framed, kind of entry level travel trailer. Has a bit more equipment on it with things like the speaker system, the inverted outlet there, the drop frame here for bigger storage. The nicer sink on the inside. So they try to add a bit more premium features in here for an entry-level travel trailer, which is where you might see a few differences on something that is like really, really cheap compared to this, because it's gonna have less of those characteristics to it and less of those features and appliances. Propane quick connect line down underneath here does have an enclosed underbelly, Tamarack tires with a standard leaf spring suspension. You have your electric stabilizer system back towards the back, and then down underneath here, can see that has the enclosed underbelly, and then you also have the 12-volt heat pads on the water tanks as well. Have a leash latch here, and then let's go to the non-camp side real quick and see what's going on there. So we get over the top of this and venture over here. No slide outs, as we talked about. Have your outdoor shower connection, water connections here. Looks like all of our drain valves come on this side of the axle. So black and gray tank drain valves will be right there. Although you can see the valves themselves are exposed out here. So any water that gets into these areas before that valve has the potential to freeze. Just something to be aware of. Black tank flush valve right there to send pressurized water into the black tank, and then you have your tankless water heater. And then that's pretty much it. Look at the specs real quick. The exact specs on this one we're looking at. Unloaded weight, let's start down here, is 4,512 pounds. It's 25 feet 1 inch. And then fully loaded is 7,579 pounds with a 3,000 pound cargo carrying capacity. So that is definitely gonna put this in easily half-ton towable for pretty much any modern half-ton pickup truck, but even some SUVs will be able to tow something like this as well. So curious your thoughts, let me know what you think down below in the comment. And like I said, I think an estimate that I am thinking in my head about what this will be is likely gonna be somewhere in that $20,000 range. So that's all I got for y'all. Appreciate you watching, and until next time, live firmly unbound.